If you've been in the world of Project Lead the Way, otherwise known as PLTW, or if you have taken any type of engineering, robotics, or design courses, you are probably familiar with the engineering and design process, where you identify problems and create solutions in a cyclic fashion. In the world of professional design, a near ubiquitous tool is CAD, or computer-aided design. CAD is a computer program that helps model concepts and solutions before building them to see what parts you need, give you a step-by-step process of putting your design together, or even seeing if your design is possible at all. In the world of competition robotics, CAD can be incredibly useful before building actually takes place. Today I'm going to introduce you to a CAD program designed specially for VEX parts called Protobot. This is the Protobot website. As you can see, you've got the download page. You scroll down, it shows you the different features it has, tells you about the different parts, how they're updating, and then at the bottom it shows you a little guide for tutorials. Today I'm going to be showing you just a real short introduction, how it works, some of the things that are featured on it, and how you can use it to help yourself when designing your robots. Here we are actually in the Protobot software. As you can see over on the right, you've got your list of a lot of VEX parts. It's got, down at the bottom, some of the special V5 like electronics parts, your brain, motor, radio, battery, and then clips. They do have a spin-up disc if you feel so inclined to use that. And then switches, sensors, just a couple things. They do have a decent amount of all of these metal parts. With something like the C channel, you can customize its length, and you can use a 1x2, 1x3, or 1x5. With something like a screw, you can customize the length of it all the way up to 2 inches. I believe in VEX we're allowed to use up to 3-inch screws now, so it's not fully updated. There are all of the different nuts that you will use. And utilizing the program, it is fairly intuitive. So I'll go ahead and do a quick demonstration, build something real quick for you. I'll grab a C channel here, and I will grab a bearing. So when you are wanting to combine stuff together, as you can see, you just hover over a hole, and with something like a bearing, it will automatically snap to that hole, and if you go to the other side, it'll automatically flip to the other side. So we'll go ahead and put that on there. And then we can grab our screws. I'll use a 5/8. And as you can see, you hover over the hole, the screw automatically fits in. And we can go ahead and put our nuts on the back. And now, because you have screwed this all together as one unit, it is possible to move it around and it will all stay together. And then of course you can add a shaft, as long as you have shaft collars on either side. This should altogether move as one unit now. And you can add things like wheels, of course. You've got traction, omni, mecanum, and flex. I always use omni wheels. You can grab a 4-inch omni wheel and slide that right on there. So yeah, it is fairly intuitive. There are a couple of drawbacks in using this. Of course, it is free software and it is still in beta, so there's a lot more to come, and the developers are going to be continuing to update this. But let's say that I don't want an omni wheel, instead I want a traction wheel, and I have just misplaced this. There is no option to delete parts that are in your workspace. So I can click delete, I can right click it, I can go up to edit, I can do anything, but you cannot delete parts. So if you accidentally put the wrong part in there, there's not a lot you can do about it. Sometimes some of the functionality can be a little bit weird. So for example, if you did not have this shaft collar here and you put this wheel on this shaft, and then you added a shaft collar to the other side, this C channel and the bearing would not move as one unit with the axle. So to have the axle move with the C channel, you have to have a shaft collar here on this side and a shaft collar on this side. It's not the worst thing in the world, obviously, but yeah, you can try it if you wanted to put a spacer or a couple of spacers here and then the wheel Unfortunately, it would not move as one unit. You have to have a shaft collar. Again, it's still new, it is free software, and it is constantly being updated and developed. But it is definitely a great program to use if you want to, just design a very basic base or a basic claw mechanism for your robot. I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do to show you guys what is possible with this program. So I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so as you can see, I did manage to build at least one side of a base. The duplicate function, at least in the build that I'm using, I think it's a little bit older. It seems to be a little bit bugged, so otherwise I would be able to select this and then duplicate it and flip it around to copy it to the other side. But yeah, here's just a pretty standard base. You can see down there a motor that I thought I was not going to be using. Yeah, so pretty simple. It just took me about probably 10 minutes. When you get more experience, it's probably going to take you even less time. Yeah, super simple. So I hope this video was useful. Let me know if you guys are going to be using Protobot, or if you want to see more videos on it as it gets updated. And yeah, I definitely encourage you to use CAD before you just jump right in and start building. I know it's very tempting, but it's definitely a good practice for later on in your life when you do some more engineering type things. So yeah, I hope this was useful, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.